to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. Where I stop and I turn and I go for a ride. Till I get to the bottom and I see you again. Yeah, yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
I love you?
Love.
I'm coming down fast, but I'm miles above you. Tell me, tell me, tell me.
Go to 9/11 3BC. That's the kickoff.
Don't you ain't no dancer.
Myths are real.
Really don't mind if you sit this one out. My words but a whisper, your deafness a shout. I'm making you feel, but I can't make you think. Listen to the gutter, you're not insane. So you're right.
The infantry returning from the sea. That sounds like a Marine. The redcoats. Redcoats. Well, they guard the embassies. The United States Marine Corps is very, 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 very compartmented. They have acquisition authority as a subset of the Navy. Many were trained there to come to U.S. SOCOM when they stood up in the late 80s. There was another intel guy who rose up to be a judge on The Hague. He's dead from COVID. His name is Robert Steele. He's a Marine. I'll find some footage of him. I hope you enjoyed the red-headed woodpecker and the blue jays. They migrate. Woody woodpecker. Cheers. It could go on. We're on 2 timelines. Today is 9/9/25. In Rome. Still 2024 for a few more days. And then we have 9/11. But it's Christmas and New Year's. Get used to it. 2025 will dawn upon us. Dating from 3 BC, you gotta slide 3 to the right. It's a math issue, but it's simple. Whoop! 2017 becomes 2020, that's 505 buck ton, and you roll on, you can count back 400 years of pop to get there. 5 of them. And each increment after 505 is 20 years, so 2040 will be 505.01. Now do it going backwards. In the year 2000 is 504.19. So it works. We'll have a great day, and we'll see what we watch when we watch it next on your station, your channel, Hillbilly Mac on BitChute, Galahad 59 on Rumble. When the shit loads, which it doesn't mostly. What is the complaint department? I don't give a shit. BitChute is the platform. YouTube is the backup. I'm a shadow ban there. The bastards. They're going to mini subs. We're going to chase them down. Be with me. Ride the surface in a weave. Catch it. Maritime currency is going to turn into our DNA in abundance. Trump is an antichrist and his daughter was Cleopatra. What's she going to do with a husband like Kushner? I'll tell you what, these people know how to board it. As indicated, it's Laura Magdalene Eisenhower, the great-granddaughter of Dwight David Eisenhower, who met with Maria Orsic. She's talking about, dear Mr. President, what could it be? It's got to be Trump. He's the president.
Orthodoxy set up by the media and the judges and the politicians has no voice. Things are slightly better than they were a few years ago, but we have no voice. We're stifled. Now that information is suppressed. You're not allowed to get the word out. And those of us who actually are trying to tell the truth are not allowed to do so.
Dear President Trump, my name is Jim Gill. I'm the founder and CEO of Food Forest Abundance and OriginsReclaimed.org. And we like to shine a light on the solutions to mass extinction and deforestation and cancer and diabetes and heart disease and tyranny and war. And we are being censored. Stop it, brother.
Dear President Trump, this has got to stop on censorship. And I can tell you, the U.S.
The word is making it out. You got to push it. Be brave.
Been censored all of our lives. So to you, sir, Mr. President, keep America strong. Keep our republic strong by telling the truth.
Laura Eisenhower. Middle name is Magdalene.
Censorship anymore, sir. Please do it for America. America deserves the truth. The republic needs
Survived
to
the USS Liberty attack. That's the 6-day
These
war.
companies now decide which voices reach the public and which are buried beneath algorithmic filters.
They came after the Liberty.
Censorship
The fake
is still
Jews.
going on. We need these people.
We funded
that
both
are
sides,
in
and
charge of this,
Kushner knows
and
it.
ones that represent we the people in Congress to be held accountable. It's not right that the censorship is still going on, and we need accountability.
I have only one thing to ask. I just only want to see some accountability from somebody. Just pull that pin and throw that grenade already, buddy. That's all every American wants to see, is just some accountability for the crimes against
He's
us all.
throwing grenades, all right.
Dear Mr. President, my name is Carol Maureen Friesen. I have been teaching psychosomatic therapy for the last 25 years.
Psychosomatic
and I had
therapy.
groups on Facebook and Instagram. They were all taken down on October 15th, 2020. And we need to get our word out there
Taken down.
as concerned world citizens.
I've been chucked off YouTube 3 times at
Dear
least.
Mr. President, Patriot Underground here, a massive supporter of yours.
Oh,
Now, when I began my journey podcasting in the aftermath of the stolen election of 2020, I experienced
one that
a
Trump
massive level of
orchestrated.
censorship that obviously has had a direct impact
William Dennison.
not only on my fundamental First Amendment rights, but also on the proliferation of truthful information, which is no doubt an issue that is near
his
and dear
rights.
to your heart. So today I am asking
Man-made
you to
rights.
take action to finally end social media censorship. Thank you for all you've done for our amazing country. God bless you, sir.
And
Yeah.
things have gotten really bad over here on YouTube in the past.
Chris
I mean, they were never
Chapo.
great, but now they've gone off the deep end. Of the past 5 episodes we've made,
kind of a Vince
3
Colonnese
have been
looking guy.
demonetized and or age restricted. First, this episode about the fight over who has control over kids, parents or the state.
Joey B.
YouTube demonetized it. No appeals. Why? Well, the reason they gave me was because the thumbnail depicted child or sexual abuse. Now that offends me.
Children, watchers, viewers. Who owns YouTube? Say the name. They have the highest number in the AI world. Google. Oh yeah, Mr. McGoogle.
I'll have you know, YouTube, that the New York Times once did an investigation and found no pattern of sexual misconduct by Biden beyond hugs, kisses, and touching that women previously said they
The man
were comfortable.
is Genghis
So
Khan now.
suggesting that this image is somehow showing
This
Biden
looks
abusing
masky.
a girl is
Look at the stitches here from this. What do you have, a
Then
surgery?
there was this episode I did about the riots in France. It was one of our most popular recent episodes. Wow,
Riots
views
in
were
France.
2.6 times higher than usual. Then it was suddenly age restricted. That kills the viewership. You can see exactly where that happened when the views flattened. Basically, if you aren't logged into YouTube, you can't watch it. And if you are, you have to click on this permission screen. But the episode didn't have graphic or violent imagery, unless you count burning buildings. And if you do, how do you cover a riot? Like this? Riots exploded around the country. Or maybe like this. Now all this has happened before. I'm used to getting censored.
We must show riots.
But this time,
Of course, they won't show BitChute in Canada and the UK. Why would that be? They're all supposed to be free countries with no censorship. And why do people get kicked off Facebook with non-pornographic posts? It's thought form influence. And they take what they want and embarrass people. And I guess a lot of innocent people wonder exactly what happened to them because they used a word.
Story really is so
Antifa.
emblematic of all the problems that we have with the press over the last few years that started maybe with the election of Donald
Sky
Trump in
News
2016,
Australia.
shocked the media system because they didn't know anyone who would possibly vote for Donald Trump. But it continued
Excuse
more
me? I
into
won
what
$100
we've
bucks.
seen since then, which I think the Hunter Biden laptop story showed us, which
Those
was this
dudes in
kind
Dallas.
of anti-speech activism in the press. We saw it with COVID, we saw it with the laptop.
Sky
This
News
idea that
Australia,
this
American
sort of
guy.
information is too toxic to
They
even
got
get
Brits
into.
announcing
It's
on
potential
American
misinformation
TV.
or
We're all
disinformation.
five-eyed
So
out.
keep it from the public's eyes. And we saw that in
Steve
the way that the tech
Krakauer.
platforms worked with the intel agencies here in America to kind of this sort of collusion to suppress and silence it. But then the media joined in as well. Because they
All
refused
one
to
big
call out
team,
these tech platforms that
social
censor
memory
video posts,
complex.
that made it so you can't share this link. And I believe it really was the beginning of this new era.
Just think about COVID, that term. Think about MEIE on your phone, but really go back to exactly what happened. Mercury's fast, it's poison. Both parties endorsed it. There was no counter voice of stop doing this vaccination thing. The vaccinations were the problem. I hope you realize that now. Then once vaccinated people, have wet eyes or wipe their hands someplace, the germs are moving and migrating and morphing, and the next person who didn't vax gets sick, but his immunosystem works it out. You can take hydroxychloroquine in order to cure yourself if that's needed, if you made the mistake of vaccinating. It's also tonic water with quinine in it, and it's the white horse of the Bible, which is closing. So we'll play another 2 minutes of this and then close it out.
So what this messages President Trump is, I am pleading with you to do what you can in your power to ban censorship in the United States of America forever. I mean, it
Trump
shouldn't even be a
TV.
question because we have a First Amendment, but it seems like our First Amendment's not enough when it clearly says in there that we have freedom of press, freedom of speech.
Look,
I
you get what
think
you
it's time,
want,
President Trump, and I
which is
beg
that First Amendment
that
rights.
You
see,
what
they
needs to be put in place
get what they ask
to
for.
ban censorship forever and give us
But
the
it's
power,
good to
your
put the
freedom
word
fighters,
out,
your truth tellers,
to
get
produce
this
the
information out
contrast
so we could win this war on the battlefield of information.
with
The mechanisms
intelligence.
of control are multifaceted, driven by people,
13
power,
stripes,
and profit.
13
Media
colonies. There
consolidation
he
has
is.
turned
He
the press
detonated
into a
them all,
corporate
and his
machine,
predecessor
with
from
6
Twitter.
companies owning nearly everything we watch, read, and hear. A single phone call from an advertiser can kill a story, as seen in 2018, when a major outlet scrapped an expose on...
So these people are born innocent, they have intentions, aspirations, they're familially tied up, and then boom, here they are in the limelight and on TV, and Zuckerberg took MySpace, and the man detonated Maldek 800,000 years ago, and we were all Helen Keller's there. That's part of the Van Allen belt, and recently Stefan Burns, the geophysicist, is talking about how I-3 Atlas is going to make it through the solar system without hitting a bunch of asteroids, and he talks about lots of asteroids that are named and located within our solar system as well as the Kuiper belt. He talks about Plutonian influence of things coming in past the solar system, but Maldek was inside of Jupiter, and it's now the Van Allen belt. So we're going back in time, and we got a lot of work to do to figure out what our Creator wants this solar system to look like in like-minded thinking. One more minute, then we'll tune out.
private companies who have final say over what is accessible, visible, and permissible on the internet. People tend to forget that Google is not some universal public utility. It's part of a giant company that exists within the internet.
Adrenochrome,
When you're
Chrome,
engaging with
Alphabet.
Google property
Okay,
like
good place to close out. This is the overarching organization. You've got Google X, it goes to Intel. Elon Musk is in the middle of this. They are built on the East Coast, up in Maryland. They are building mini subs right now, like elite Cadillac submarines to go down deep on your Hunter, 50-foot cruiser with payloads on it that Ghislaine Maxwell can teach people how to work. So they're going way the hell under the water, and they can live there as long as we permit it, but they'll continue to cause disturbances. So it's got to stop. Yeshua is the Shemesh. That's the sun. He's regulating this. His wife got him out of the tomb, and her name was Magdalene, like Laura's, who's an astrologist and a teacher and a mom and a global traveler, and again, the great-granddaughter of Dwight David Eisenhower, who retained the nuke. Who's he going to give it to? Dear Lord, there's nobody on the planet you can trust except yourself. So we don't need nuclear weapons. Once you start trusting yourself and you trust others, then the trust is established. Count Saint Germain has a trust way up there, so when all these, federal foundations are exhausted, it's going to be up there for us to share. So, given that, we'll do a closing 20 seconds, and then we're out. Count to 20.
the internet at this point is essentially a public utility. based solely on its necessity in modern life. Sites like YouTube and Facebook are essentially monopolies. There are no real alternatives.
Fangman.
But these companies are not regulated like monopolies.
Came through
Take your local
InQtel.
water company, for example. It's
3,
a public
2, 1.
utility, and everyone is
Water
served at the
was.
same level.
You realize Evian is naive, spelled backwards. We pay for water in plastic. We are disturbed. Can't catch it first density, 5th octave.
We're still very new to the internet.
We're under 2 seconds. 1 gone.
Nero Claudius C. Augustus Germanicus, born Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus, was the 5th Roman emperor and final emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, reigning from AD 54 until his death in AD 68. He was adopted by the Roman Emperor Claudius at the age of 13 and succeeded him on the throne.
Now, Maria Orsic ascended to be Zvaru after working the attempted deal with Ike, and his great-granddaughter is Laura Magdalene Eisenhower. So I'm glad I remembered to say that. And with that, I bid you adieu. I hope you enjoyed the dickens out of this video. Thank you.
China was being hurt very badly. They were closing up factories. They were having a lot of unrest.
Look.
And they were very happy to be able to do something with us.
What they do is take care of their own people.
The relationship is very, very good. I'll speak to President Xi maybe at the end of the week.
However, TikTok.
We have some other things we're doing. But one of the biggest things that we're doing, and I don't know
Chinese medicine.
People realize this, but we made a great deal with China, great trade.
Here we go. Look.
And we agreed to that. People thought it was 15 because they were doing 15. We made it 50 because I misunderstood the 15.
Trucks got schwacked.
I thought they said, I said, you got to get 50.
Look, listen to the bullshit.
You remember the story when I asked, what are we doing with them? My Secretary of Agriculture.
Hold it. He's about to talk about Purdue. Know that this went on from when the flagship delegation sailed over in the window of COVID institution, because a lot of things happened in October. That's when they first came over. So they were over for several months, flagship delegation negotiating. Then all the shit broke loose in January of 2020 as he was on his way out screaming and yelling because he didn't fix the voting problem that he knew about. Don't you see William Dennison in action? The last wig from the Saudi.
Buddy Harrelson and Pete Rose got into it. Rose apparently thought that Harrelson had done something in making the double play. Rose outweighs Harrelson about 35 pounds. And now, Rosie Capra is in a fight. Capra is in a fight out in center field. Another fight breaks out.
Super instant mesmerizer, it never fails. Okay, boys, carry him out.
Men in Black.
My super instant mesmerizer, it never fails. Okay, boys, carry him out.
Men in Black.